What's up, Stephanie? What is up? What's up? It's been a productive day. I'm glad that I'm not in the same funk that I was in this morning. Listen, I feel you. I'm glad that I'm not in the same funk that I was in this morning. How many people are feeling better? It's crazy what a little bit of understanding, a little bit of correction can do. It's crazy what a little bit of correction can do. A little bit of understanding goes a long way. Hey, Natasha, how many people know that a little bit of understanding, it goes a long way? It goes a long way. That correction, when God gets you all the way together, it goes a long way. It makes all of the difference. Listen, you've been making this harder than it has to be. This is a message for the people that overthink. How many of y'all can say, Apostle, that's me. I'm the one. I be overthinking all the time. God will tell me something, and then my mind just gets to calculating, and my mind gets to, mustering up how to make it happen. And before you know it, your mind thinks so much, you start to feel confused. You start to feel all over the place. You start to feel a little bit flustered. Me too, Miss Allen. Blessings, Joy speaks. You're making this harder than it has to be. She says she pleads to feel. You're making this harder than it has to be. Somebody say, it ain't got to be that hard. Tell your neighbor, it ain't got to be that hard. What God is asking you to do, it ain't got to be all as hard as you making it. It ain't got to be that hard. Tell your neighbor, it don't have to be that hard. I know it's new, but it still don't have to be that hard. I know it may be a lot more than you used to, but it don't have to be that hard. Blessings. It ain't got to be that hard. It ain't got to be that hard. Hey, Andrea. It ain't got to be that hard as you're making it. Life doesn't have to be as hard as you're making it. That business doesn't have to be as hard as you've been making it. Ooh. Writing that book doesn't have to be as complicated as you are making it. Making that move that God needs you to make. It ain't got to be that hard. I know that ain't proper English, but I got to say that again. I got to say it like I feel it so that y'all get it. I'm going to say that again. I got to say it how I feel it so that y'all get it. It ain't got to be that hard. It don't. It don't. Let me say it again. It ain't got to be that hard. I was having a moment today where I was working on some business stuff and doing the little things that I know I need to do before I order anything else. Right? And I'm gonna be real. It's funny how sometimes when God, tell us something, we think that we try to make it easy, and then God be like, that ain't it. Right? Using my Bessie Bunnies. I love that. So, I called my graphic designer. I haven't worked with him in months. And I'm talking to him about a logo because I knew one of the things I needed was a logo. And I'm used to working with a graphic designer for the past few years. I'm just used to it. That's typically what I do. He started to list his prices. And I'm glad he couldn't see me because my eyes were scritching up. I'm like, so pretty much because I'm not putting you back on contract right now, you want to charge me full price. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. So I ended up telling him no. And then the Lord tells me this. He says, I told you to do it. I told you to do it. I told you to do it. I didn't tell you to divvy it off. I told you to do it. Anybody had a moment like that? God got on to me. He said, no, I told you to do it. I told you to do it. I didn't tell you to tell nobody else to do it for you. I told you to do it. So, I immediately knew Canva. I had a vision of what God wanted it to look like. It took me all of 5 minutes. It took me all of 5 minutes. It took me all of 5 minutes to do that little thing that God asked me to do. To create labels for my candles, labels and for stuff. It took me all of 5 minutes. Not only did I do that, I did some stuff with the website. I did a lot of stuff. And when I got done, my first thought was, that was easy. I wasn't stressed out. Like, that was easy, God. I literally told God, like, that wasn't hard. It took me, like, and I'm used to using, I've used Canva years past, but I'm like, that was like, it was easy. It didn't take me but like 5-10 minutes to do what you asked me to do. And it was done with excellence, right? Way less money. Listen. And it was way less money. He wanted to charge me $75 for one logo with just words. I said, oh no, we ain't doing that. I could do that. That was my mindset. I'm like, oh no. And it made me not want to bring you back on board. You're charging me like that's almost what I pay you a month to work with me. No, we're not doing that. Right? And as I was telling God that, the Lord said, although I'm leading my children like down new terrain, although the things I have them doing is new, He says, tell them it ain't gotta be as hard as they're making it. He said there are some of my children overthinking, some of my children overcomplicating simple things that I've asked them to do. And the Lord says, tell them, it ain't gotta be that hard. If they'll just let me lead, they'll see that it's not hard. God highlighted the logo right away. He highlighted it right away, the one He wanted me to use. He highlighted it. It doesn't have to be that hard to obey God. Just do what He said do. Just do what He said do. And I hear God saying that He's bringing this back to my remembrance. When I was a kid, like living with my aunt, her oldest daughter, with her dark humor, she's so funny. I love both of her daughters to life. But the oldest one, this is the one with the garden. We got an odd relationship. This is the one that try to make me eat all that hot stuff, and she don't eat the hot stuff. She try to taste test on me. But she was speaking at a graduation or something, and she said this saying. She said, keep it simple, keep it stupid simple. And as I was talking to God, the Lord said that. He said, tell them, keep it stupid simple. Keep it stupid simple. Tell them, do not overcomplicate it because of their expectations. And a lot of times our expectations are compromised because we're comparing what God is telling us to do to what someone else is doing. Hello? A lot of times our expectations are so tainted because we're comparing to what we saw someone else do. But what if I told you God doesn't do copycats? He doesn't do copycats. You're an original. And God is saying it's not about if it's up to your standard. It's about, is it up to God's standard? This is beyond business. Stop overcomplicating the Bible. Stop, it means what it means. It says what it says. Stop overcomplicating what God is telling you to do. Stop overcomplicating it. He said what He said, and He is who He is. Somebody tell your neighbor, keep it simple. Keep it stupid simple. You've procrastinated long enough. That overthinking has thought you right out of breakthrough before. It's thought you right out of your miracle before. It's delayed some things in your life. The Lord says, keep it stupid simple. That means real simple. That means keep it real simple. Do what God asks you to do. That's it. Don't add your little razzle dazzle to it. Just do what He asks you to do. Just do what He asks you to do. That's it. Exactly. Keep it stupid simple. This is a right now word for so many of y'all. Peace be unto you. Peace. You can trust what God is telling you to do. You can trust how He's telling you to do it, how He's telling you to craft up your business. You can trust it. And Stephanie, don't be surprised if for a short period of time, the Lord says, just go local. Just do local. Just do local. Don't be surprised, like, until things are set in stone. Don't be surprised if it's just local for now. God doesn't need our help getting to the expected end. He doesn't need our help. He doesn't need our help. He don't need your input. I know it's tough love. He doesn't need your input. He don't need it. He just needs you to be willing to build it the way He wants you to build, the way He needs you to build it. He just needs you to make those moves that He's asking you to make. He just needs you to do exactly what He's asking you to do. If He's asking you to sell something, just do what He says do. I see people selling furniture. Somebody on here, I don't know if you've been thinking about new furniture. The Lord says sell the old furniture first. Sell the old. There's somebody on here. Who are you? You're praying for new furniture. Sell your old furniture first and watch what God does. Sell it. Somebody on here literally needs to have a garage sale. Items in your house that you don't need, that you don't use, clothes that are no longer useful. The Lord says make a profit, sell them. Breakthrough is going to be found in unconventional ways this year. Unconventional. Miracles are going to be found, as they always are, in unconventional ways. But it's going to take obedience. Radical obedience. Radical obedience. Radical obedience. I just got on here to tell y'all, man, keep it simple. Whatever God has told you to do, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't do too much. Just do what He asks you to do. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's it. Just simple. Nothing else. Nothing else. Listen. That's the broadcast. That's it. Got stuff to do. Just like y'all. Keep it simple though. Just do what God asks you to do. That's it. That's it. That's it. Whew. There are some of y'all that need to sow. You need to sow. You can sow one or two ways. You can sow via PayPal, via Cash App. You can sow here on Habs. I think sometimes we forget that you can send hearts. You can send hearts here on Habs. You absolutely can. See title. Keep it stupid simple. Just keep it stupid simple. That's the C title. Thank you, Stephanie. Keep it stupid simple. That's it. That's it. I love y'all. I am rooting for you. If you need prayer, have a testimony, you can send it right there. prayer.thoughtsbyt@gmail.com. I love y'all. Rooting for you. So until next time, y'all. Peace.